The benefits of the newly signed electricity bill by President Tinubu to businesses, individuals and organizations. Welcome to Praise Digital Hub, your ultimate destination for all things related to useful business information in Nigeria and beyond. Today, we have an exciting topic to discuss that has the potential to revolutionize the energy sector in the country. We're diving into the recently signed electricity bill and exploring its benefits for businesses, individuals, and the Nigerian economy. So, let's get started. Before we delve into the specifics, let's understand the context. Nigeria has long faced challenges in its electricity sector, with inadequate power supply affecting businesses, households, and overall economic growth. However, with the signing of the new electricity bill, there is hope for positive change. Today, we'll explore the history, advantages, and practical tips related to this significant development. First, let's take a trip down memory lane to understand the history behind the electricity bill. The bill represents a major milestone in the government's efforts to reform the power sector. It aims to enhance the efficiency, transparency, and sustainability of electricity generation, transmission, and distribution in Nigeria. But there's more. One of the significant advantages of this law is that it empowers states, companies, and individuals to actively participate in the generation, transmission, and distribution of electricity. Now, let's explore the practical tips for businesses and individuals to leverage the advantages of the electricity bill. Practical tip number 1: improved power supply. With the electricity bill in place, the hope is for more reliable and consistent power supply across the country. Businesses can now operate with reduced interruptions, resulting in increased productivity, reduced operational costs, and improved customer satisfaction. Practical tip number 2: renewable energy opportunities. The electricity bill encourages the development and utilization of renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower. This presents immense opportunities for businesses and individuals to embrace sustainable and environmentally friendly energy solutions. Practical tip number 3: energy efficiency incentives. The electricity bill promotes energy efficiency by providing incentives for businesses and individuals who invest in energy-saving technologies and practices. This not only reduces energy consumption but also leads to cost savings and a positive environmental impact. Practical tip number 4: the electricity bill opens up opportunities for decentralization and encourages a more inclusive energy ecosystem. States now have the authority to develop their power generation projects, fostering economic growth at the regional level. Similarly, companies and individuals can invest in renewable energy projects, becoming key contributors to the country's energy mix. Practical tip number 5: electricity generation license holders are required to fulfill their renewable generation responsibilities as specified by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission. Practical tip number 6: electricity generating companies will be compelled to either produce electricity using renewable energy sources, acquire electricity generated from renewable sources, or obtain any form of documentation that represents renewable energy generation. Practical tip number 7: lawmakers are granted the power to carry out oversight responsibilities and function over the NESE through its respective committees on power in the Senate and House of Representatives. Practical tip number 8: states can regulate their electricity markets by issuing licenses to private investors who can operate mini-grids and power plants within the state. However, the act precludes interstate and transnational electricity distribution. Practical tip number 9: the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission will have the authority to oversee and control the electricity industry in Nigeria. Practical tip number 10: the Commission has the capability to transfer regulatory duties from its own jurisdiction to state regulators once they are established. Practical tip number 11: NERC will retain regulatory authority over electricity businesses in states that have not yet enacted their own electricity market legislation. Practical tip number 12: the provision allows individuals or entities to construct, own, or operate electricity generation projects up to 1 megawatt capacity or electricity distribution projects up to 100 kilowatts capacity at a single location without requiring a license. The Commission may also specify other capacities that do not require a license. Practical tip number 13: Currently, only 3 states, namely Lagos, Edo, and Kaduna, have enacted electricity market legislation and possess the ability to oversee their respective electricity markets. However, in states where such legislation is lacking, NERC will be responsible for regulating both electricity generation and transmission. In summary, the newly signed electricity bill in Nigeria brings numerous advantages, including improved power supply, opportunities for renewable energy, energy efficiency incentives, and the empowerment of states, companies, and individuals to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity. This comprehensive approach sets the stage for a more resilient, sustainable, and prosperous energy sector in Nigeria. Let's have your thoughts and opinions in the comments section. Please subscribe, like and share. Thank you.